Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, we are still on the Senzo Meyiwa trial. The defense is given an opportunity to present their argument and reasons why they do not agree to the court giving the state an opportunity to lead new evidence in this court. As usual, Advocate Nxumalo had no submissions to make, and thereafter it was Advocate Mshololo. Welcome back, madam. We missed you a lot. You know, family, Advocate Mshololo is one person. When she is around, there is no way you can ignore Mshololo. Is one person who is felt. Her presence is felt at all times. She wasn't here for quite some time, but now she's back. Mshololo presents her arguments as well, and Mshololo feels that it would not be fair to the two accused persons, particularly is referring to Mbongani Ntanzi and Mthobisi Mncube, who is accused number 3. So she feels that those two accused, when they thought they were done with the issue of pictures, photos that were downloaded from their phones, then the state comes with it. She feels that it is unfair because the state had this information for a long time and did not present or use this information. So she says the state became reckless in doing that. The state became negligent in doing that. And for that, the state must not be given an opportunity to lead this new evidence in this court. Family, let's watch and listen to Advocate Mshololo.
My Lord, I have only 2 submissions to make, my Lord. On the objections raised by the defense in the inclusion, my Lord, of the new evidence. My Lord, as my learned friends have submitted the reasons that needs to be considered on this application, and one of the reasons, my Lord, is the delay, reason for the delay in leading or in introducing the evidence that a party intends to introduce at this stage. The reason, my Lord, which I found on the heads of the argument submitted by the state in respect of accused number 2 is that the state only had an opportunity to go through its own evidence, which is 5,467 photos. And it's only then they realized that the state wanted to introduce this evidence. When I read through the heads of the arguments of the state, my Lord. My Lord, my submission is that so it means the state, at the time when the state was supposed to furnish the defense, in particular accused number 2, with further, full, and better particulars in order to enable accused number 2 to prepare his defense, the state did not comply with those provisions, because the state is saying, my Lord, on its own heads of arguments, they only had the opportunity to go through the evidence during the adjournment when Advocate Mnisi was preparing for his cross-examination. That on its own, my Lord, it shows that the state was reckless in reading and analyzing and preparing the evidence that the state wanted to introduce, that the state wanted to use against accused number 2. It clearly shows that the state from the outset never intended to use the information or the evidence that they now intend to introduce, because it was lying in their hands, but they elected not to introduce such evidence, my Lord. And therefore, that on its own has violated the rights of the accused to a fair trial, in that he had not been afforded with an opportunity to prepare his defense case from the outset of the trial. Therefore, the inclusion of this evidence, my Lord, will affect the right to a fair trial of accused number 2 on the basis of the reason that has been submitted by the state. Then on the part of accused number 3, my Lord, also on the reasons for the delay, the state on its own heads of argument, my Lord, indicated that it is the investigating officer who picked and chose the photos that were supposed to be included in Exhibit S, which was presented before this court. Therefore, it means, my Lord, at the time when the state was preparing the evidence, the state was in receipt of this evidence, and therefore it was the issue of the investigating officer to pick and choose which evidence to be presented and which evidence not to be presented against accused number 3 in respect of the pictures that the state had at the time when they were preparing Exhibit S, my Lord. Also, it means, my Lord, that the state was negligent on their part. Also, my Lord, it goes further to say also the state has failed to give accused number 3 the evidence, or to furnish, not to give, my Lord, to furnish accused number 3 with further, full and better particulars in order to enable accused number 3 to prepare his defense case, my Lord. Now, the introduction of this new evidence at this stage, my Lord, will be prejudicial to both accused, because the reason submitted by the state for failure to include such information at the beginning, it shows that they were reckless. The state was reckless, my Lord, or did not pay particular attention to the evidence that they intended to use. My Lord, I may submit that the inclusion of such evidence will be prejudicial to the accused, my Lord. Those are my submissions only, my Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, family. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Advocate Mshololo as well did not agree to the court admitting the application by Advocate Baloyi. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Please like it before you leave. Subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so yet. I love you, family. Thank you. Bye.